What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Tiberious back again with another video, and today we are going to disassemble, clean, and lubricate the Staccato P. I didn't have any intentions on making this video, but I do have to clean this gun before I give it back to the Elite Indoor Gun Range. That is who lent us this gun for the review. If you want to check out the full review, click the link above or down in the description. And being we have like 20 million new gun owners this year alone, and there really isn't a good disassemble and cleaning video on this gun that I could find on YouTube, I figured let me turn the camera on and make a quick video. I'm going to go at it with the mindset of you own a Staccato P, it's like your first gun, good choice for your first gun, and you have never disassembled or cleaned it before, so I'll try to keep everything as basic as possible. Some of the stuff we're going to use: cleaning patches, wipes to clean it down. If you don't want to use patches, you can cut up some old clothing, whatever you use. Guys, there's a million ways to skin a cat here, by the way. However you do it is fine. This is just what works for me. A bore snake, I'll show you. We're going to run this through the barrel and clean anything inside of the barrel. I typically wear a pair of gloves because the lead that's on the gun and some of the cleaning solvents are just gross. This is my favorite tool. This is called a tactical toothbrush. You can find it at any local convenience store. This is what I use to scrub those stuck-on areas. Sometimes I'll use CLP or hops, but the majority of the time I prefer a breakthrough clean. This is the cleaner that I use most of the time. It is made in America and it is eco-friendly, and it's definitely not as harsh as some of the other cleaners out there. That's why I like breakthrough clean. Again, if you want more information on any of this stuff, there'll be links below. Just click those links and you can purchase or get more information or whatever you want to do. Enough talking, let's dive up close. Alright, we are going to start by field stripping or disassembling the pistol. Now, the good thing is this is much easier to do than most 1911 2011s. First thing you need to do is make sure the gun is unloaded. You do not want to have any accidental discharges put around through the wall and kill little Timmy next door. That is always sad. So what we're going to do, you see there's two little notches right here. There's a bigger one and a smaller one. We are going to pull the slide to the rear until the small one lines up with this slide release. Once we have that pulled to the rear, there is a lever on this side which is going to push that button through, and then we're going to pull the slide release out. It is definitely one of the easiest 1911 2011s to take apart. So I will do my best to show you this. We have that cutout lined up on the top of the slide release right there, slide stop, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to push that button through. Oh, I missed it. There we go. And then the slide release comes right out, and we will set that aside. Now, one thing you want to do with this gun as you push the slide forward is hold underneath here where you see the recoil spring, because it will shoot out sometimes if you don't. Kind of was gonna that time. So we have our frame, we have our recoil spring. There's a little tiny cup that everything sits in. Now the recoil spring and the guide rod are separate pieces, just so you know. And then with the barrel, to take the barrel out, there's a little lug right here. Once my camera focuses on it. There we go. I'm going to fold that lug down and then slide the barrel out the front of the slide, just like that. So that is how you disassemble this firearm. If you're only here for the disassemble, thanks for watching. Drop me a like and I'll see you later. If you're here for the cleaning, what I'm going to do is take my Breakthrough Clean calls it military grade solvent, and I'm just going to spray down all the parts with focus on any area that's crudded up or nasty. So we're going to spray inside this. Sorry about that, guys. The spray bottle actually broke on the Breakthrough Clean, so I'm just going to use this hops and I'll worry about that later. But we're going to spray a little bit in there on the slide, anywhere, like I said, you see anything caked on. On the frame, we're going to do the same things. See these rails right here? This is where the slide rides on top of the frame. I'm going to spray those good. Then we'll do the same thing for the barrel. Spray it on all the sides. Squirt a little down in the barrel on both sides. And we'll spray the other parts that we took out. Now we will get our tactical toothbrush and scrub. I always like to ask this question when I am doing cleaning videos. How often do you clean your guns? Do you like cleaning your guns? Are you the type of person who cleans them every time or just as needed? I absolutely, positively hate cleaning guns, so I'm not the most thorough person in the world. I will give this one a good cleaning, again because it's not mine. It was lent to us by my friends at the Elite Indoor Range, so the least I could do is give them back a clean and lubed up rental gun. So here is the guide rod. We're going to get that all cleaned up, make sure there's nothing caked on there. Get this little cup. I'm sure it's spotless, but I'm sure there's nothing on it, but we'll wipe that down quick. Then we'll move on to the frame. Oh yeah, this is gross. We'll get this really good. Alright, now that we give everything a quick wipe down, we're going to take our patches or your ripped up clothing or whatever you're using, doesn't matter. Take a couple of these and I'm just going to wipe everything down. Do the same thing with the barrel. Move on to the guide rod. Nice metal guide rod. Now the frame. Clean all the crevices in there. Get all that junk out. There's one of these wooden dowels. It's just like a cotton ball on the end, wooden dowel. These will be linked down below as well. You can also use a polymer pick. I'll try to remember to link those down below. But these are really good to get inside those little nooks and crannies that aren't easy to get. Like, let me show you on the frame. On the frame, see that little cutout area right inside there? Really good to get inside areas like that. We'll do the same thing on the slide. There's a couple little cutout areas in there that you will see once my camera focuses. There we go. We're going to get inside those little areas. I'm going to flip the wooden dowel around so I can really get in there, not the cotton ball side. Alright, we are pretty clean. The only thing we have to do now is I'm going to break out the bore snake, spray it with some cleaner, and then we'll run that through the barrel a couple times and get the barrel nice and clean. So on most bore snakes is going to be some sort of metal brush, some wire brush on it. I'm just going to spray that area a little. And then the side that has the brass end, we're going to stick in the, we're going to stick that in the barrel. And then we're just going to pull it through the other side. And I'm just going to do it once. That is absolutely spotless now. Typically I'll do it a couple times, but how clean and how particular you want to be is obviously totally up to you. Alright, now that we have everything cleaned, we need to lube it up so it runs smooth. I would rather have a dirty lubed gun than a clean dry gun. So please, make sure you lube up your guns and keep them running, not soaking wet, but moist. There we go. This is Battleborn. This is what I typically run on my guns, but again, there's a million good options. A million different people like different cleaning products, but whatever works for you. We're just going to put a little bit on the rails where the slide and the frame meet, and anywhere there's metal to metal contact. As you shoot the gun, you'll see the metal start to wear away, and that's typically where you want to clean. Anywhere that metal meets metal, or anything that's wearing away. Every gun is a little bit different, but that's kind of what you want to do. I'll also put a little bit of lube on the barrel. I don't go crazy, especially with this type of gun. If it was a Glock or something like that, I definitely would put a little more on it. But we'll throw a little on that. Whatever's left over, I'll get on the slide release and the recoil spring. Just a little bit of residue left over. Alright, now that everything is disassembled, it is cleaned, and it is lubed up, we need to reassemble the gun. So to do that, we're going to take our slide, and we're going to take our barrel. We're going to make sure that lug is folded down, and insert it into the front of the slide. And once it sits in place, we're going to lift the lug back up. Oops. We are going to take the plug that goes in next. There we go. I don't know why that wouldn't go in, but there we go. Sorry, guide rod and spring. The spring goes back on the guide rod just like this, and the spring end goes into the front of the slide where we just put that cup. And we're just going to push the spring forward and then down into place. So let me let you see what it looks like, because I know I had to cover it to get it done. There we go. That's how it should look. Just like that. And pay extra attention to this lug right here, this hole. When you put it back on the frame and you insert the slide release into it, the slide release goes right through that cutout, through that lug. Okay? So, this is hard to do on camera, but I'll do my best. We're going to put the slide right back on the frame. Alright, and then but on the other side there was that little cutout. We're going to line that cutout with the back of the slide release again. Let me just get it situated here. So what I found after a couple minutes of struggling here, the lug doesn't line up with the hole very well for some reason if you pull the slide all the way to the rear. So we're just going to pull it back a tiny bit until it goes in. And then now that it's in, we will pull it all the way to the back where that cutout is. And then finish pushing it through. Alright, let me take off these nasty gloves, wipe down this outside of the pistol because there's a little bit of oil on it, and I'll be right back. What I was trying to say at the end of the assembly is sometimes you have to pull the slide back and forth on this gun to get the slide release to fit in. For some reason, sometimes my thoughts to my words take a detour and I can't get them out straight. Does that ever happen to you? It's crazy. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this helpful. If you are a new gun owner, please learn all the gun safety rules, memorize them, commit them to heart, never forget them, never break them. Most important, get out and get training. I don't care how cool of a gun you bought and how good you are at disassembling it and cleaning it and reassembling it. If you don't have the training on how to use it in a stressful situation, the coolest, most expensive gun means nothing. Let me thank the Elite Indoor Range again for lending us this gun. Greatly appreciated. If you want to see the full review on this, again, the link is down in the description. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you want to hook me up with a like, a comment, or a subscribe, it is greatly appreciated, and it really helps me out. I'll see you all next time. Peace.